Hey guys, today I'm gonna show you how to make meatloaf. I love meatloaf because it's such what I consider a comfort food. I think meatloaf gets a really bad rap because nowadays I think a lot of people's first experience with meatloaf is in a school cafeteria. And you know, historically, school cafeteria food is not that awesome. But when it comes to urban survival cooking, meatloaf is pretty awesome because it's really, really easy. It's really cheap to do. It takes very little effort, and it can feed a lot of people. And it's really forgiving. I'm sure there is a right way to make meatloaf, but you can almost put whatever you have available in your kitchen into this meatloaf, and I think it'll turn out pretty normal. All right, so the first thing you're gonna need is 1 pound of ground beef. All right, to this ground beef, we're gonna start off with about a teaspoon of salt. And then we're gonna add some black pepper. You can put as much as you want, but this is gonna be about, I say, a half teaspoon of black pepper. And then we're gonna take, as I mentioned before, these Scarborough Fair seasonings. As I mentioned in my previous videos, these are really versatile. They go with this combination of flavor, goes with so many things. You can put it on fish and chicken and pork and different types of beef. And since I've recommended this, we are going to use that again, right? Since seasonings aren't cheap. So we're going to start off with some parsley. We're going to take about, I say about half a teaspoon of parsley. And then we are going to take some sage, and we are going to do about a half teaspoon of sage. And then we will take a half a teaspoon of rosemary. And we will take about a half a teaspoon of thyme. And then we will take about a half a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce and put this in here. What I've got here is I've got about 5 cloves of garlic that I've chopped up as finely as I could. I'm not that skilled at cutting things, but you kind of want to have your bits pretty small. Just do the best you can. And then also I have about, this is a half of a normal size onion, or a quarter of a large onion, and I chopped it up pretty fine. You do have to worry about the size of onion, because if it's too big, your meat will start to fall apart. But I know there's a lot of people that don't like onion, but onion is awesome because it's going to keep your meat pretty moist. It can help tenderize meat, so that's don't be afraid of onion, guys. Try it out. Now, this looks like a really fancy hamburger, but we're gonna turn this into meatloaf. And what we're gonna start off with is a half a cup of breadcrumbs. You can use whatever breadcrumbs you have. I have panko breadcrumbs, but you can use Italian breadcrumbs. You can use regular breadcrumbs. And then what I've got here is I've taken 1 egg, and I just beat it up, and I separated the egg whites. So now it's got a pretty smooth consistency, and we're just going to pour that in there. And then we are going to take a third of a cup of milk, and we're just going to pour that in there. And that's it. That is my meatloaf. It's not the meatloaf recipe, but it is mine. And all we're going to do is we are going to mix this up and combine it. So there's really nothing special about mixing this up. You can use your hands if you want to. I am not going to do that, but you want to work and make sure that all your ingredients are combined and even. I'd say it'd take about a minute. I totally forgot to tell you guys, before we move any further, let's go ahead and preheat our oven for at least 10 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. All right, so I've been mixing this up for about a minute now, and everything kind of just looks combined. What I have now is I have a cookie sheet that I've lined with foil. Now, I know you can use a loaf pan. I don't have one of those, but all I'm going to do is spread. I'm just going to take about a teaspoon of oil or half a teaspoon of oil. And you can use whatever you want. You can use vegetable oil or corn oil. You can use the spray. And we're just going to wipe this cookie sheet down. And this is going to help keep your meatloaf from sticking. It's not going to stop it from sticking, but it will help. All right, guys, so now we are going to use our hands, and we are going to take this meatloaf and turn it into a loaf. And this is, I don't know what's going on with my meat, but it's not really cohesive, but no problem, because what we're going to do is we're going to squeeze it all together, and we're going to make a loaf out of it. And you can make it look like a loaf of bread if you want to. You can make it look like a choo-choo train, and you just kind of want to get it. Oh my goodness, I'm getting too involved in this, but just kind of make sure that your meat is even so that whoever you are feeding they don't fight over the big piece, right? All right, guys, so here is my meatloaf. I did my best to make it look like a loaf. Normally meatloaf is bigger because you usually use 2 pounds of meat, but we did not do that. So before we stick this bad boy in the oven, you got to glaze it with something. So there is a normal glaze. It's about a couple tablespoons of ketchup and about a half teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce Worcester sauce. Sorry about that. And some brown sugar. I think about a teaspoon of brown sugar. But I really don't like that sweetness. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use straight up ketchup on this thing. And we are just going to coat it all up. Now, you put as much ketchup as you want. And I've seen people just put ketchup just on the top, but I don't do that. I like to I like to ice this thing like a cake. And then, so that's what I'm doing. So that way, that ketchup flavor is going to get all over almost every bite. And that's the reason why I like to put it all over and not just the top. So here it is. Here is my meatloaf. It is well coated with ketchup, and we are ready to throw this in the oven. So my oven has been preheating for about 10 minutes now at 350 degrees Fahrenheit and 180 degrees Celsius. I set my rack to the very bottom setting just so I can have some room to get it out. But that's it. Set a timer You can take a look at it. It's going to take about 35 to 40 minutes. I would check it at 35 minutes. If it still needs to be more cooked, I think you want 165 degrees is when it should be done. But I'm going to go ahead and check it. Where am I? I'm going to go ahead and check it at 40 minutes and it should be done. All right, guys, it's been about 40 minutes and I'm pretty sure our meatloaf is done. So let's go take a look. This is the first time I'm looking at it, but I'm pretty confident that it's done. So be careful when you pull this out because all of the oils from that ground beef are going to be splashing around everywhere. Be careful not to burn yourself. But here it is, guys. There is a meatloaf. I know meatloaf is not that sexy, but we're looking at functionality, guys. Let's let this cool for about 10 minutes and then we're gonna cut it up and we'll see what's inside. All right, guys, so this meatloaf has been sitting here for about 5 to 7 minutes now. I am ready to cut this open. I'm sorry. So let's go ahead and give it a look. All right, we're gonna move this over. If I can get this out. And all right, guys, so here it is. Here is that meatloaf. It looks delicious. I just plated this up with some rice and there it is. It's pretty moist. It smells so good. All right, and I forgot to show you, this is fork tender, guys. Look at this. It is delicious. It looks really, really nice. Let me get this in a focus. I don't know if it'll focus. But there it is, guys. There is the meatloaf. Let's do a money shot. Oh, it looks hot. Oh. It is so good. It has that really beautiful, complex flavoring from those Scarborough 4 seasonings. It has that nice saltiness from that ketchup and the sweetness. It's delicious. And it reheats well. You can actually stick this in the microwave a couple days later and it will still taste like meatloaf. So there it is, guys. That is my take on meatloaf. It is a good recipe to have in your back pocket when you don't have a lot of time or you don't have a lot of effort or you don't have a lot of money. This is really, really easy and really cheap to do. I think it took about 10 minutes to prep this meatloaf, and then I threw it in the oven for 40 minutes. I was able to go wash all my dishes and play 2 rounds of Overwatch. And then we took it out and then we cut it up. So try this out, guys.